So I thank the organizers for presenting this opportunity. It's great. In fact, I came to know of this event about 15 days ago. We were just wondering what kind of topic that we can briefly talk about. And then our own chairman suggested, Mr. Shroff suggested, talk about Indian agriculture. Now the question is, yes, why Indian agriculture? If there is one sector in India which is mispresented and therefore thoroughly misunderstood, it is agricultural sector. Sorry, it's not clear. Should I repeat what I said? I'll tell you the rationale behind making this presentation. We may think that, okay, what is unknown to us? But my own strong opinion is that if there is one sector in India which is thoroughly mispresented and therefore misunderstood within the country and outside the country, it is Indian agriculture completely. The other day I was in Delhi speaking to a group of learned elite group. I was asking them, in fact it was a very small group, like if I ask a simple question, what is the rank of India in world population? Right from elementary school to PhD students will say it's second. But if you ask another question, what is the rank of Indian agriculture globally? Trust me, 99 out of 100 would not give the correct answer. I was 2 years ago, I was in agriculture university, one of the well-known agriculture university. When I asked them, can you name some of the top ranking countries in agriculture? The answer came Israel. Now that shows that we have not really positioned our own agriculture. So ladies and gentlemen, lend me your eyes and ears for the next 10 minutes and you'll be delighted with the data that we have presented. In fact, we have released this in the social media. Those of you who are really active in social media may have seen this. We released it on 16th August morning, okay, a day after our Independence Day. Okay, here we are. That's it. Now, every word is important here. We are positioning Indian agriculture as resilient, inclusive, and progressive. We'll come to know why we are saying all these things, why we are saying it is resilient, inclusive, and progressive. Be with me. As I said, just lend me your eyes and ears for the next 10 minutes. Hopefully, there will be time for question and answer. I do not know. Okay, can I? Sorry. Go this way. Great. Okay. Now, you may wonder, we got independence way back in 1947. Why are we beginning from 1950? We don't have any data about Indian agriculture prior to 1950. So this is it. At that time, we had 131 million hectares under agriculture. Now it is 140 million hectares. So it's more or less same. There is hardly any change in agriculture, in the area under agriculture. It's not working. Okay. Now look at it, food grain production. Now keep the data in the previous slide in mind and look at it. Where we have gone, we have grown from 51 million tons to as much as 314 million tons. Now most of the sort of writers or thinkers about Indian agriculture just tell you only about the grain production. In fact, this is wrong. Indian food, yes, is grain-centric even now, unless the rest of the world, which is meat-centric. But we are producing other things much more than what we are producing food grains. You will see that. It's not for nothing that way back in 2014, the World Bank said that India is an agricultural superpower. At the end of it, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with this particular statement coming from World Bank and not from India. Okay, now this is it. Look at it. Now, 25 million tons of fruits and vegetables and has become 333. Now, go back. Now, if you carefully remember the figure which I showed you at the previous slide, we are producing more vegetables, more fruits than food grains. And India is one of just, I think, 2 countries in the world where the fruits and vegetables production is much more than the food grain production. Where else in the world you can easily buy more than 1 dozen banana for $1? It's only in India, nowhere else. It's amazing the kind of fruit and vegetable consumption. But unfortunately, this remains unarticulated, okay, including by most of the institutes. In fact, since we are sitting here in Hyderabad, I do not know whether anyone is there from NIN, National Institute of Nutrition. They have to articulate it widely. Look at it, 210 million tons. From where? From 17 million tons. Milk is the largest single agricultural commodity produced in India. There is no other country in the world where the largest food produced is milk. India is the only country. Nobody knew that. Even if you look at butter production, the world butter production is about 12 million tons. How much we are producing? Close to about 6 million tons. 50% of world butter production comes from India. Hardly few Indians would be aware of this. So India is, anyway, let me not go deep into that. Time may not permit. Okay, look at eggs from 1.8 billions to 122 billions completely. If there is one thing that moves in trucks, it's not only milk but eggs in India now. Honey production, 700 tons to 133,000 tons. And if you carefully look at the data now, India is exporting more honey than black pepper. Great achievement from where to where. Yes, we are running out of time. I'll conclude it, don't worry about it. Fish production, great, from 0.8 to 14.2 million tons. Spices, from 0.02 to 11 million tons. Sugarcane, 57 to 431 million tons. Cotton, from 3 to 32 million bales. Oil seeds, 5 to 38 million tons. Sorry, where did we go? What happened? This is one. This very few people know this. This is what I said. We are, with 532 billion US dollars, we are the second largest in the world. We are, in terms of agriculture output, in terms of the value of agriculture input, we are far above EU. We are far above the USA that once supported us to pass through a difficult time in the 60s. Yes? And there's often a feeling that, look, the rainfall is much less now. There is hardly any difference between 1950 and now. More or less same. There is no statistical significant difference here. I have 2 more slides. That's all. Look at it. This is something exclusive, very unique of Indian agriculture. It used to be manual and animal. Now it is manual, animal, natural, mechanical, electrical, chemical, hybrid, tissue culture, biotechnology. It's highly holistic completely. That has contributed to the rapid growth. Yes, so this is about another one. In 1950s, almost 100% was under organic agriculture. Now we have 2%. Look at the life expectancy. From 42 years, it has gone up to 68 years. Significant improvement. I think the next is last one. This we all know how it has grown. Okay, this is in nutshell. Let me read out verbatim. This is the last one. India in 2022 ranks the second largest in agriculture production and 9th largest in agriculture export. Indian farmers now feed the world. Very assertive statement, but truthful completely. In terms of value of agriculture, yes, we are. India has doubled than that of US and EU. Indian agriculture is not a gamble on monsoon anymore, completely. In fact, if you look at the Rabi output is much higher than Kharif output because we produce almost everything on the earth. Yes, it's resilient, inclusive and progressive. And the last is a question, when was the last time you heard of famines and food shortages in India? Thank you very much. Centergrow is a think tank based in Mumbai. I am from UPL. And the founder of both UPL and Centergrow is sitting here, Mr. Shroff. Okay, that's a think tank. We do publish lots of articles on agriculture. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ganesan.